I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's move on now to page 47 of the Grade 4 Discovering Music Theory workbook. We look at triads and chords. Now I have to admit that when I get to this section in an exam paper or indeed in the workbook, I just have a huge grin because this is kind of like downhill all the way home. This is a really pleasant and I think easy topic. It's one of my favourite sections. If you just get your kind of preparatory thinking in place, it's really not a difficult subject. You may find it helpful to have a little sketch of a piano keyboard if that helps you to visualise things, and just perhaps help you count in your steps if that helps. Even if you don't play piano, it's still a good visual aid. However, you do need to still have a strong remembrance of all of your keys, your major and minor key signatures, and if you write out your circle of fifths, all of that is done for you, and then that thinking is done as well. So really, this I think is a very, very enjoyable and rewarding topic. And it's triads and chords that form the foundation of harmony in every single piece of music that we listen to. And we start to move on and look at these in a little bit more depth. However, there's nothing new at all. A triad is a triad. It's always a triad. It's the same even from when you started grade 1. A tonic triad is basically the first, the third and the fifth degree of the scale. And when we're looking at it on the stave, so let's say we have a G major triad first, third, fifth one. It's either first, third, fifth, line, 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 or space, space, space when they are written in this initial position. And that's the basis, and we just work from that. However, you don't even need to have a piece of manuscript paper to hand, really. We can just write it out. So let's have a look. The only difference now is, of course, we've got some new key signatures to deal with. So we need to complete each of these tonic triads. One note is missing, and then we need to bear in mind which accidentals we may need to add because there aren't key signatures, so we need to apply the accidentals. So we need to first of all know what's in G sharp minor, and you need to remember that G sharp minor is related to B major, which is F, C, G, D, A sharps. And then, of course, a G sharp tonic triad must have G sharp in the bass. If that's the tonic, it needs to be at the base of the tonic triad. If that's the first degree of the scale, it's the first part of the chord. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a G, B, D. But of course, it must be G sharps and D sharps because of our key signature. And of course, it must be G sharp because that's the tonic note, isn't it? So it may not necessarily be the same note that's missing in the part of the triad, but it's easily sorted. So let's look at this next one. So we're in the treble clef now. D flat major, that's one of our new keys, is written in the treble clef here, D flat major. We need a key signature. To bear in mind, it's B flats, E flats, A flats, D flats, G flats. And because it's not there as the key signature, we're going to have to apply it as and when needed. So of course D flat must be the tonic. So here's the tonic. Every good boy deserves. D, F, and so we got the first, we got the third, we need the fifth. Now we know that D flat major has B flats, E flats, A flats, D flats, G flats. So here's the D flat. We need to now make sure the A flat is in place, just applying the key signature as an accidental where necessary. And then here we move to exercise C. B major, we know, has F, C, G, D, A sharps. B must be at the base of the triad, that's our first. We're missing the third and we need the fifth. So we know that B major should have a D sharp, the F sharp's already there. Now it's a bit of a squish, so we'll have to just move this to the side. So do go on ahead and complete the rest of exercise 1. So I'm hoping you've had a go. And let's check through together. So we're in the alto clef now. If that's a C, we know that's a D. We need a first, third, fifth, D, F, A, something. We know that D flat major has a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats, D flats, G flats. So there's our first. We need the third and the fifth. The third is F, which isn't affected by the key signature. The other parts are already there. B flat minor is also the same key signature because it's related to D flat major. So still again, B, E, A, D, G flats. Now if this is C, this is B, so we're actually missing the tonic of the tonic triad, which of course must be B flat. Bit of a squish, so I think we'll have to just come to the side there. And then finally B major is F, C, G, D, A sharps. Good boys, there is our bass. That's the first degree of the scale. For B, that's our tonic, first, third, fifth. The D sharp and the F sharp are already there, and so that's soon completed. And then just at the bottom of the page, we have the opportunity to write these triads in our new keys and some old keys as well in the given clefs. And so really it's the same process again. So G sharp minor is related to B major. That means we need F, C, G, D, A sharps. Now because there's no key signature, we're going to have to apply that as and where. We've not been asked to write a key signature. So G sharp minor, the tonic must start on G sharp. We'll do the sharps in a moment. So there's the G, first, third, fifth, G, B, D. So the G of course must be sharpened. The B is not, but the D must be sharpened also. So do go on ahead and complete the rest of these. You can position these in any octave. I'm just choosing positions where I don't need to worry about ledger lines. However, so long as it's on the right notes, any octave is okay. So B major shares the same key signature, the related keys, so we know that we need that same key signature. Now then, if that's middle C, this note here is B. So B, D, F. First, third, fifth, there's the B, the D, the F. And of course the D should be sharpened and so should the F. So that one's just going to have to step to the side a little. Just position those carefully in the spaces, but you'll have to move that one to the left. And then D flat major. We're writing this in the bass clef now, and we know that D flat major has a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats, D flats, G flats. And so we need to think about the triad. The good boys deserve. There's our tonic, so that's the first, the third, the fifth. It's basically a chord of 3 notes built on the first degree of the scale. And then, of course, the D will need to be flattened. It's in the key signature, and that's our key note. F is unaffected by the key signature, but A also needs to be flattened. Oh, position that there. There we go. And then B flat minor shares the same key signature as D flat major. B, E, A, D, G. Flats. We're in the bass clef now, so good boys. There's the B. First, third, fifth, because it's 1, 2 is the space, 3, 4 is the space, 5. So of course the B needs to be flattened. It's B flat minor, and that's also in the key signature. And then D flat needs to occur. We need to flatten the D, so we'll have to just step to the side there. Now, a bit of a reminder of a previous scale. F sharp minor is related to A major. We need F sharps, C sharps and G sharps. Bear that in mind. So if it's going to be C, B, A, G, F, there's our tonic. We'll worry about the sharp in a moment. F, first, third, fifth. That's an F, A, C at present. And we know that it's F sharps. A is not affected, but the C needs to be sharpened. So we finish there on middle C. And then finally, A flat major has a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats, D flats. The tonic is A flat, so in the space is F A. We'll worry about the flat in a moment. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Of course, A needs to be flattened. It's in the key signature, and that's the tonic. C is not affected, but we need to flatten the E. And that's that soon sorted. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee. And for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.